I believe it was Buckminster Fuller, before he was very well known, actually walked to that very bridge right there, the edge of the Golden Gate Bridge, and looked down and was ready to take the plummet to his death. He was going to commit suicide, but before he did, the moment before he did, he had this epiphany. He asked himself, what if I were to commit suicide without dying? Meaning that every day from that point on, he could look at life in the context of death. He could look at life as he was standing on the edge of the Golden Gate Bridge with his life before his eyes. Meaning that you can go right now, today, this is an opportunity. I extend this invitation to you to go and do that one thing that you would do if it was your last day on earth. The one thing that scares you the most. The one thing where you can face your fear head on. Because today might be the last day of your life. And that's, I think, when Buckminster Fuller really became well known and changed the world for his philosophical and psychological ideas. And it's a thing I carry with me today too. It's basically a way to kill your ego on a daily basis, to lose your mind and come to your senses. And when you do that, you can face your fears head on, and you realize that it was just a facade for actually excitement. And this is something that we do at our RawBrahs retreats, based on the concept of radical honesty from Brad Blanton. And I love it. I'm addicted to it. I think it's a way to get high on life, and it might be the most addictive drug on earth. You've all seen the movie Limitless. Sometimes when you're on that, when you face that fear and you get that rush and you get in touch with your senses, you're like, wow, that actually wasn't that bad. That was actually amazing. That might have been one of the most pleasurable sensations in my life. Whether it's telling that girl that one thing you never wanted to admit, or telling your parents a secret that you never thought you could tell to anyone. Just living those daydreams and those nightmares out loud to realize they're all just part of the dream of life. These are ancient philosophies based on religious doctrine, based on transcendental meditation. These are all just thoughts and ideals passed down from generation to generation using different languages and different words to communicate it to you. But it's kind of like if you've ever been to San Francisco on a very foggy day, you can just be looking out in the fog. It just looks like fog, but all of a sudden a big gust of wind comes by and blows that fog away to reveal this big, beautiful Golden Gate Bridge. And that's what we're trying to do at these retreats. We're not telling you something new. We're just exposing what you already knew. So join us at our next RawBrahs retreat in Kauai. It is October 30th to November 4th with Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator, who is very much into all these ideas, such as that we are ourselves. Man TV, RawBrahs, all in Kauai, over Halloween. How much Halloweener? Alright, we're back in the Big Bad Bay. Last night, Team Daniel went to the Atlanta airport on a standby ticket to AirTran. We didn't know where we were going. We tried for San Francisco and it worked. So now I'm in the meat department of this store with Diana's family, who's washing our blueberries. The meat man's washing our blueberries because they have these cute little Thai bananas and those organic blueberries for $2 a bucket.
He likes those Asian jokes. That's okay. I live with it. Hurts my feelings sometimes, but it's okay.
And then. Yeah, but anyways, I think, what time is it? All we've had today is some coffee and water. And some muddy water, like I put mud and some husk. It's 2 p.m., so that's some intuitive intermittent fasting. And here are the blueberries, $2, bang, organic. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. These concepts are nothing new. Well, when you don't have a Vitamix, you can always just use your mouth. All right, we're starting our day in San Francisco. I like being up here in the north. The water is much colder. It's better for your cold showers. Are you still not starting your day with a cold shower? Really? Are you really not putting your warm spots in the cold? Well, the tip to start your day is, if you're going to use soap, use some natural soaps like Dr. Brahms. They don't pay us for that advertisement, unfortunately. And for toothpaste, if you're going to use, I don't have much of an opinion on that. I think you want to take care of your teeth. But if you are going to use the controversial fluoride, just put a little dabble on your toothbrush, just a tick, and brush your teeth in the cold water, so you can really jack up that metabolism and do that biohack of polar plunging every day. And if you don't go in the water, just take a cold shower. Well, that was invigorating, wasn't it? So, what I mean by this small amount, I already brushed my teeth, but just to show you, like this, look how little I put. That's all you need. So all that, like, if this was dangerous, this fluoride toothpaste, and you just put the whole slab, and then you brush your teeth, yeah, not a good idea. But just that little ding, and look how much it goes. And then you don't have to brush too hard. I've heard you're supposed to brush up and down like that, because that's the way your enamel is or something like that. If you go like that, you can scrape it off. I don't have the cleanest teeth. I haven't been to the dentist in a long time. You're supposed to go in circles? Hey, what do you think? Let's ask the viewer. Comment below the best way to brush your teeth. And what do you use? Fluoride or no? Is it that crazy? Is it going to kill us all and make our children weird?
The best way is to not stress about it.
I like that. That's my favorite. I don't like you, Diana. Alright, speaking of fluoride, today I'm drinking out of the sink faucet because I've heard the water here, we're in Glen Park. Apparently this area has some of the best water in the United States. So hey, let's live a little. Let's go crazy and drink tap water. And then on top of that, what other experiments are RawBrahs doing lately? Or what are we doing? We call it, everything's an experiment really, when you think about it. I'm still on the mud when I can be, so I like to drink some mud in the morning. So I use some of this clay, Redmond clay. Also not paying us. They did give us free products once. Maybe we'll start like a RawBrahs approved product page on our website. Would you like that, guys? Let us know if you would. So I sprinkled some of that in there. Some people think this is the best detox on the earth. I think you need, like, who knows how much you need. Whatever your advised amount is by yourself, from yourself. And then some psyllium husk. Diana got me onto this. I don't do this all the time, but I like to do it a little bit. And then you shake it all up. And I've been taking some salt lately. Yeah, because Dave asked me, interview coming soon, he suggested eating a lot of salt, and I was like, hey, I like this idea of salt. Because after workout sometimes I was felt really depleted. And you think a Gatorade is kind of just like salty water, but the Gatorade does a really bad job at it. So, just eat your own real salt. Don't do that with table salt. This is also from this company. Not on our products page yet, but maybe we'll do that. RawBrahs approved. And then Diana has been doing all kinds of funny things. You want to tell us about it?
Vitamin D. Let's cut that one. Vitamin C. That's it.
So you just start your day with C and D. That's not that crazy.
Nope.
Speaking of that, I did take a vitamin C yesterday. That was the first time I've done that in a really long time. But I'll do it again just for the heck of it. So those are the new things we're doing right now, I mean, in this moment right now. Other than my constant experiment lately is trying to not live up to other people's expectations. Not doing these experiments for you, but doing them for me and not caring what you think. Because I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you're not in this world to live up to mine. Let's move on. Diane, what do you think of San Francisco so far?
It's noisy.
Look at that. There's a guy in the ground. Oh, we're vlogging. It's crazy. It's getting crazy. This is crazy, like city life.
I know. This guy was pulling up behind some girl and he was yelling out the window, "I'm gonna slap you in the face!" That was my first taker.
Welcome to San Francisco, Diana. The city of love and light.
So let's not get...
Wow, look at that big bad gray bay fog mog. So when we're staying in the Glen Park area, we like to start our day at A Cup Coffee. And it's actually not called A Cup. That's what I just call it. It's called Cup. And here's my cup. And these are the guys, actually, they were telling us about the water source. So apparently San Francisco gets its water from the Hetch Hetchy Reservoir. It's like the snow melt from the Sierra Nevadas, and they said it's better than bottled water. So maybe there was some truth behind my water source this morning. Sip up. Good coffee comes from good water. I didn't even drink any today, it's too hot. California for the fact that you can get raw milk in a glass bottle just at the store. Just walk out the house, walk to the local store, pick up some raw milk, but I think it has to be from a California store only. For instance, Whole Foods can't sell raw milk because they're not only a California store. But find a local California store. See how I drink my milk, how I drink yours. Follow me.
Watch your head.
Hello. Hey guys. We're going to the Golden Gate Bridge for it. Come on.
It's light at the end of the tunnel.
Are you still recording? Mm-hmm. You can stop.
What if I don't want to?
High def. It's taking up too much space.
Okay.
Stop.
I like being a tourist.
All the way from Denmark.
Now which phone is mine and which one is Daniel's?
Oh, they have a little thing there for us. She's smarter than me. Look at this guy. Look at the city. We're at Fort Point. So from what I understand, it's the only all-brick fort on the west coast. A little historical fact for you on this vlog. Check it out. But what's even cooler is there's a surf spot down there. I've never seen it break, but that's pretty awesome. Can you imagine surfing under the Golden Gate Bridge? Woo. Here, it's a crazy left. The day in the life continues. You know the RawBrahs and Ray Pete have a little thing in cahoots. By cahoots, I don't even know who the guy is, but I do know he advocates a diet that we practice, which is sometimes, especially on the road, coffee heavy and ice cream heavy and raw milk heavy. And you've seen us consuming all that. And if you're coming to San Francisco, you got to go to this place. There's always a line. Buy Right Creamery, and there's a grocery store right down the street that sells raw milk. But the ice cream, they have these crazy flavors. What flavor did you get here?
Vanilla, peanut butter or something.
Vanilla, peanut butter, truffle, cuffle, buffle, whatever it is. I don't even know the name, but I know the taste. So what you San Francisco locals know about this place. See you here next time, buddy. Don't let any dietary dogma get in the way of winning Rome.
And so that's just a pneumatic.
Oh, so you're pressing down there, dang.
Yeah. And so again, bringing blood and oxygen through the muscle stripping. So any kind of adhesions, it's going to break down. So think of this like almost like the foam roller.
Oh.
Only you don't have to have your whole body weight. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
You want to try?
Sure, why not?
So just lie on your side.
Let's see how.
And I'll go now. You can move your foot into dorsiflexion and plantar flexion.
What does that mean?
Okay. So I'm just gonna go.
Wow. Whoa, that feels pretty good. It's like numbing. Wow. Whoa.
Yeah. And so
Do that when you're sore.
Yeah, man.
Well, this is great for when you're sore. So this is great. So you said your quads, lie on your back. Did you say your quads were?
They were, yeah, they're still a little sore, yeah.
All right, so if I were to go in, ready?
Oh, yeah. That's a crazy machine, man.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that thing they have like a Brookstone, the thumper.
Yeah, well this is a little more.
This is what?
This is a little more intense.
Yeah, this is a little more direct. Oh yeah, there it is. That is crazy.
So what I'm looking for is anything that's sensitive. So is there any sensitive spots along?
That's why I'm just trying to think what is not sensitive about this thing.
And then what I do is I just hold it on the sensitive spot until that spot disappears. So I'm taking care of like trigger points.
Wow.
And it's just, yeah, it's really good after a good hard workout.
Yeah, so this is Matt from Matt. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Matt from Matt. Muscle activation
techniques.
And this is the first time I've actually heard about this. He actually messaged us on our Facebook a while back saying if you ever come to San Francisco, come to the lab so you can get a Matt session. And sure enough, we were in the Big Bad Bay, flew in a couple days ago, and I remembered that. So if you ever want us to meet up and see what you're doing, send us a message, and that'll plant the seed in our head, and when we get there, we might hit you up. But this is him.
Hello.
And he gave us a session, which was pretty enlightening to me. I definitely have a new level of awareness on my body, my own body, which is always a plus. You want to tell us a little bit, like a brief introduction, if people want to find out more about exactly what you're doing here?
Sure. So you go to muscleactivation.com. So with muscle activation techniques, we're looking for limitations in range of motion. So we're looking for what the body cannot do. We're looking for muscle tightness, and then we test the associated muscles, palpate, retest, and the muscle sends a signal to release the tightness. In a nutshell.
Pretty crazy. And then his lab here, you call it the lab?
The lab, human motion lab.
It has so many cool things. I didn't even see this. Look at this. You got a skeleton here. You got pull-up bars, swinging pull-up bars. You have a slack. I've never even seen the slackline machine. Is that your website, or is that just the general website?
So that's a big website. I'm muscleactivate.com.
Okay, muscleactivate.com.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
Thank you very
I
much.
had a good time here. It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Pretty relaxing too. Dolores Park. Dolores Park. You gotta make appointments with yourself. You gotta make appointments with the sun, and with each other, and the grass, and the water, and the air. All that playing out, you gotta play in too. This is important, people. Important. Dog vlog. Alright, so we were leaving Dolores Park, and we're going to meet up with JP a little bit later today. And look at that. Look what they got here. I was just walking by this place. I saw organic coffee. We're thinking about using the internet somewhere. And they had a Kyoto. So you know Danimal's not going to say no to the Kyoto. And it's called Urban Bread. What is this place called?
Urban Bread.
Urban Bread. So if you're in Dolores Park, once again, we're just scouting out the city for you. You get your Kyoto here. You know, if you didn't know, this is probably my favorite coffee, and it's like super powerful. Where are you from?
Mexico.
You drank this at Lofty Coffee in Encinitas. I haven't had one since then. And it's got that that usual crisp, smooth, unbitter coffee. And you like can feel this probably within a few minutes, a few sips. I might feel it right now. I got so excited about the coffee, I did forget to tell you the idea behind the cold drip is there's never any heat added, so it's apparently a lower acidity and a higher caffeine, and I think they probably drip it between 12 and 16 hours.
That's correct.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite way to drink coffee. So if you can't afford one of those machines yourself, find a restaurant that serves it. You'll love it.
Oh, we forgot to get JP on the vlog.
Yeah, we forgot to get JP on the vlog. Some beer, JP, Pakistan, Indian food. And what else happened? Oh, some Japanese food with some sake. We just went all over the world today.
Sushi, Indian, raw milk, bananas.
Well, now it's time to rest. We arrived pretty much at midnight exactly. What a day. And now she's going back to the brushing fluoride in her teeth.
I like
Smile.
it.
Hey, on tomorrow's vlog, maybe we'll talk about the advantage of being defiant over compliant.
And get rid of your orthorexia.
And get rid of your orthorexia. And learn how to say no. And yes. Just strategically for both.
Oh, you show people these bananas? That was pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah. That's the dinosaur winger closet.
If you got too much space, just hang your bananas like that.
Peace out. See you tomorrow. Or the next day.